taming the lizard brain. It is my belief that as human beings, we are made up of two dueling entities. These dueling entities are what I refer to as the lizard brain and the soul. Now, what you have to understand about your biology, about who you are as a human being, as a primate on this planet, what you have to understand is that your ego, your lizard brain, it is only here to serve two functions. Your entire operating system is built within you to serve only two functions, and that is to survive and to replicate your DNA, to procreate, to fuck, and to make babies. Survival and replication is the only goal of your entire operating system. Now, in the past, this operating system was incredibly useful because we lived in times where food was not readily available. At any moment, a neighboring tribe could come and kill all of us. At any moment, you could say the wrong thing to somebody and a rock could just bash you over the fucking head. You could die at any moment. And so that lizard brain was hyper vigilant at all times of any impending doom. Now, the problem with that is that in today's world, 99% of the impending doom that your lizard brain is still trying to protect you against does not exist. It just will not happen. We are living in the first time in human history where the biggest detriment to humans is actually a surplus of food. Diabetes, heart disease, obesity, all of these things. I mean, how insane. If you were to go back and tell our ancestors, one day there's gonna be so much food that everybody starts dying because there's too much food. They'd be like, what are you talking about? What the fuck? They wouldn't even be able to believe it. That would be unfathomable. So what's happening right now is your lizard brain, it's always trying to make you survive. And so it doesn't allow you, it keeps you from wanting to go talk to women. It keeps you from wanting to do anything that the lizard brain is perceiving to be unsafe. And then you've got the other entity that I believe is controlling all of us, which is our soul. And our soul, whether you're a Christian or somebody who's spiritual, or maybe you don't believe in a soul, but I believe in a soul. Our soul is what we desire. So what you desire in this life, it is desired by the soul. You desire a really hot girlfriend. You desire a great friend circle. You desire a specific job or to be the top of your field in some hobby, or you desire living in Los Angeles instead of the Midwest where you live now. Whatever it is that your soul wants, you have to realize that your desire, you are your desires. That's like who you truly fucking are, is what you desire most. And your lizard brain is constantly going to focus on all of the reasons why what you want is unsafe, and how you could die, and how you are going to be ostracized from the fucking tribe. That lizard brain is trying to protect you, but you have to tell it to shut the fuck up. Your soul and your lizard brain are always going to be going against one another. That's all there is to it. Unless your soul really just wants to be a lazy little fuck and stay inside 24/7, in which case they're actually in alignment and you're just kind of doomed to live a hellish existence of living inside of your home. Now, I want to give you a quick example of this and how to understand it a little bit better. I want to ask you a question. I want you to answer out loud. Do you find yourself at night ruminating on every negative thought you could possibly have? Do you find yourself constantly fearing about aspects of your future? Do you find yourself often in spirals where you are trying to where you're not trying to, you can't help it. Do you ever find yourself going in spirals downward where you are contemplating every negative possible outcome in your life? The answer for all of you is probably yes to all of those questions. And the reason why, and again, I think that when you start to understand this mechanism, I think that it starts to really free you into following your soul's desires. The reason why is because your mind is trying to, again, prepare itself. Your lizard brain is trying to protect you from dying. So if 100,000 years ago, you were with your tribe and you guys were going to venture into a distant forest in order to try to find food, you would be contemplating every possible negative situation that could happen in an attempt to protect yourself from it. So this lizard brain, you've got to realize it is valid in the sense that it's trying to protect you. But your soul knows that you are more than capable of protecting yourself, and that most threats, everything that you're fearing in the future, there is no guarantee that any of that would ever happen. There's not even a probability that any of that would ever happen. You are in complete control of your destiny. And so as you move forward in dating, in your life in general, understand that every time you're afraid to take big leaps, it's just your lizard brain. And so you can actually do an exercise where you have your soul talk to your lizard brain. So you have your lizard brain go. So your soul goes, I want to go out tonight. I've been watching Aaron Alexander's Tenets. I would like to go out tonight and approach 15 different women. And then you're going to get out there and your lizard brain is going to start going, oh my God, I want to go talk to that one, but I can't really tell if that guy she was talking to a minute ago was her friend. Oh my God, this is really overwhelming. There's so many people here. I want to go talk to that girl, but all those other people over there are going to see me get rejected. Fuck, I'm having an anxious spiral. What if I go talk to that girl over there and I start to have a crazy anxiety attack in the middle of the interaction, and then I'm embarrassed and I fucking just pass out right there on the floor and I die? All of these negative thoughts are your lizard brain trying to protect you. And so your soul has to step in and say, hey, listen, lizard brain, have a conversation. Hey, listen up. None of that's going to happen. And I know it's not going to happen because it's 2023. It's 2024, whenever you're fucking watching this. And all of those things just aren't going to happen for me. Everything's going to go really well. And the worst case scenario, I do get rejected. And then maybe even worse than that, a few people do see the rejection. And none of those people, I'm not fucking any of those people right now. None of them are people that are giving me money. I'm not getting pussy or paychecks from any of those people. And so if they see me get rejected, their opinion of me doesn't matter. Their negative opinion of me doesn't matter. And not only that, but the truth is that at the end of the day, if there's a group of guys over there, they kind of wish that they were going up and talking to women. If they're just standing around talking to themselves, they could have done that at home. But the reason why they're doing that here, subconsciously or consciously, is because there's women here. And so, in fact, most men, if they think negatively of me approaching a woman, it's actually because they're jealous that they're not doing it. And for the most part, most men are actually going to respect it. They're going to see that I went up to this hot chick that they didn't have the balls to talk to, that none of their friends had the balls to talk to. They're going to see that I got blown out, but they're going to deep down respect, or even on surface level, respect the fact that I went up and did that. So your soul is your lizard brain is irrational for today's world, and your soul is rational. And so in the same way that if you've ever dated a woman who was being irrational and you were trying to speak ration to her, in that same way, your soul has to do that to your lizard brain. So again, this tenet is taming the lizard brain. And if you can understand this and understand that everything you're afraid to do that you desire doing, all of that is just 200,000-year-old ancient fucking operating system. It's like taking Windows 95 and slapping it on a brand new iPhone. It just wouldn't work. It's obsolete. It's outdated. We've got new shit. We're living in a new world. And the new world is to follow your fucking soul, follow your desire. You are your soul's desires. Tame the lizard brain.